Hi, this is the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Thursday, April the 17th. My name is Barry Anderson, and I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in as a guest or use your Facebook or your Twitter account to log in. Let me load the chart. Now, I said yesterday that I thought that today might be pretty boring and slow because, of course, tomorrow is the market is closed. But to be honest, for me, at any rate, it was anything but. I have 6 trades to go over, plus a swing trade, one of my few swing trades that I'm going to talk about. So let's get right to it. Now, here, the purple line here is where the SPY closed yesterday, and the green line here is where it opened today. So we had an open for the first time below this, the close, but it rallied very strongly, and you can see market is still open, another 15 minutes to go. We are still over, of course, I don't know why oh, here we go. This is the open right down here at 185. So we're well over the open, and we're certainly above the close of yesterday. So that is now 3 strong days in a row. Take a look at the daily chart, and you can see 1, 2, and 3. So I don't know. Maybe this trend. I mean, we've got up to here to conquer, I suppose. But at any rate, I think that the bearishness of the market is over for the time being. So let's start taking a look at the trades that I took. And the first one was BWP. Now, Boardwalk Pipeline Partners. Now, this actually I had seen in the pre-market or one of my early scanners. Just it was one of the early movers. And what really intrigued me by it was, if I bring over the daily chart, well, you can see that this has a huge gap to fill, and once it got over this area right here, which is 1581, I got very interested in it. I mean, we're talking about an $8 gap or so to fill. So I took the trade at, let's get this out of the way here. I took the trade at 1590, and it immediately went up, and then a huge green candle. These are 2-minute candles, and unfortunately, I think I turned my head just as this was happening, or I was distracted, and so I missed this. There's no question I would have sold half of it right here. As it turns out, I didn't, and I actually got out of the trade at $16 for a very small 10-cent gain. But I actually was watching this to see if I could get in again. And so I took the trade again as it sort of held this area and it broke again through 16. I took the trade at a second time at 16.10, but I was stopped out at 16. So the net effect today for this one was 10 cents up and 10 cents down. So basically nothing except commission losses. I said in the room that I would really like to see this stock close over 16, but it doesn't look like it's going to. I will still watch it on Monday because again, I mean, this it's just a huge gap that if it ever got over 16 with any conviction and some volume, who knows where it could go. But a little disappointing in that it didn't keep going from here, of course, but fact that I missed this first little spike. But at any rate, those were 2 trades I took in BWP. The next trade was in Macy's. Let me just bring up Macy's. Now, Macy's came from my bounce. I'm having a little trouble with this mouse. I'm just going to put it on pause here for a second. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the mouse is a little more smooth now. So Macy's came off my bounce list. It came at right here. I saw it at 946. So I started watching it, and you can see here it was 57.78. So I watched it go down, and I took the trade at right here at right when it broke. Excuse me, right when it broke up to 57.62. And I a little bit excited right here. I thought it would continue, but it didn't. And when it came back down, I exited the trade at 57.66. Again, when I start to see this sort of action after my balance play, I tend to get very conservative and exit out because usually there are other trades I can take and I just don't need this sort of aggravation. So I was out of that one for basically a break even, 4 cents. The next one was quite a nice one actually, and that was Nordstrom. Now, again, you can see why I was alerted to it. And Right here is where I was starting to get the alerts. Let's see, JWN at 10:19, so at 60:14. 60:14, I was initially alerted to it. I watch it go down to this level, and then I let it break the whole number again, and I took the trade at 60:13. And I sold half at 60.43 on the way up, and then sold the other half at 60.49 on the way down. So really nice quick trade. This is why I love these bounces sometimes. There's just so quick. I mean, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 minutes for the first half, 10, 12, 14, maybe 16 for the second half. So in and out very quickly. The next trade was WFM, and that was Whole Foods. This one did not work. Let's see now. Whole Foods, I was alerted to it right here at 47.92. So I was a little late getting into it. Actually, I saw it come down here, so it was 47.92 approximately when I got the alert. So I watched it get into this area here, and then I took the trade when it broke the whole number, and got in at 48.07, and but it did nothing. And when it broke down through the whole number again, I exited the trade at 47.97. So I took a 10-cent loss on Whole Foods. As I say, they don't all work, but I would do it again. I mean, look, beautiful, all red candles down, no little shelf, nothing to get stuck on the way up, but they don't all work. Now, the last one was a great one. This a late trade for me too. I don't usually take trades this late in the day, but I decided to take it. Now, it was a bounce play, and it didn't appear on my bounce list here. It actually appeared on my top list bouncers. I'm not quite sure why it didn't appear up here. I'm going to have to check that on the weekend because to me, all the filters, these are very similar filters in here on my top list. So I'm not sure why it didn't appear. But at any rate, it I was alerted to HCP right in this area here as it was coming down. Now, here is what I loved about it too. You can see, and just bringing in the daily chart, you see where the 200-day moving average is. It's at 39.94. So it was approaching its 200-day moving average. So obviously, a lot of people see that, and they want to see what it's going to do at that level. So, which can obviously provide great support for a stock. So that definitely influenced me in taking the trade as late as I did. And so I took the trade at 40.13, basically just over the top of this green candle here. So I took the trade at 40.13. Now, I told the room that I wanted to take 10 cents off the first half. I mean, I have a very tight stop on this. It's 6 cents, so I know 10 cents isn't a 2 to 1, but I was bound and determined that I wasn't going to, as late in the day, I was going to take some profit on this, take half of it out at 10 cents. So I took half out at 40.23. And then I really got rewarded. I mean, we have some beautiful green candle here. We were talking about it in the room. I was telling people where I was going to put my stop, where I was going to get out. And as it got through here, I thought there'd be some resistance right in this area here. Right, see this little shelf here? This is what I don't like on a bounce play. If the shelf had been in this area, I probably wouldn't have taken the trade, but it was far enough away, and I had only a 6 cent stop, so there was tremendous risk reward for me on this one. So, but I thought it might stall right there. I noticed the market is still open. Have 7 minutes left. I noticed it's just popped through now, but I took the balance out at 40.41. So, really nice. We're talking what 28 cents on with a 6 cent stop. So, we're talking over 4 to 1, almost a 5 to 1 on that particular trade. So, really good trade for me towards the end of the day. And as I say, I mean, today there appeared to be a lot of activity. I really thought that after lunch the market would just slow down, but a lot of my bounce plays were working. The one I can kick myself on is Sina. Let me just type that one in, and you're going to see the one that I missed right here. I mean, it makes me cry that I missed this one. Sina was let's see, 52.55. So right down here. I mean, right down here, I was alerted to it, and I could have taken the trade probably just over this candle here, but I didn't, and Uh, Sina can be kind of an active trader, and maybe that influenced me. When I say active, I mean it can get very spready, and you can whip around a lot on it. But at any rate, that was could cry about that one. Now, I on yesterday, I told you that I had a swing trade that I was taking, and that was CMS. Didn't work out very well at all. I was in here on Wednesday at 30.12, and it did pop up to 30.31. But as it came down here, I basically sold for break even, a little bit over 30.12. So glad I did because it just continued down. Now, the little swing that I'm in is, let me just bring that one up, is MGNX. Now, I'm in at the $20 level. Now, the reason I'm taking this is one of the founders of Trade Ideas, Dan Merkin. He alerted us to ACBA, AKBA, last week, and let me just show you what ACBA is doing. He alerted us to this one at around $18, and he mentioned several times that he was buying this, and boy, this has really done well. This is a daily chart, so you can see just in a few days that this has gone from 18 to 26. And he mentioned to me today that he was really looking at that he was in this one. This is a sort of a new one, we'll call it. And again, MGNX. And again, I'm not telling anybody to buy this, okay? This is what I'm doing. It is all these things, of course, come with some risk. I don't have a big position in it or anything like that. But you can see what's happened. Geez, my mouse is, I'm sorry, it's starting to stick again. You can see what's happened. I mean, this had a huge, huge drop. So just one second, please. Okay, I'm back again. My mouse is really sticking, so I'll just have to be quick on this one. But anyway, that's not the right one. It is MGNX. We have P here. Here we go. So here's the daily on it. So huge drop, and I'm not saying he's tied into anything, that he knows anything, but he just likes the way this chart worked. So I'm taking a little bit. He was certainly right on the AKBA. Doesn't mean he's going to be right on this one, but say I'm in around this $20 level. Just a few shares, just to going to hold on to some in case it does have this nice big move. So that's it for today. And let me just bring up the sign-in sheet again, or sign-in sheet, the way to get into the room. Here's the address to get into the room. And I sure hope to see you on Monday. We had a great day today, actually. It was very, very entertaining. So good trading on Monday to you.